So next, let's go ahead and go with the UNC Charlotte Student Entrepreneur Showcase. For our student competition, we took a tiered approach this year, and we had a tremendous turnout. The 49er Impact competition had 2 paths. We had 19 teams participate, and we named 6 awardees. The students were first able to choose their path, pivot your idea for those that already had a business idea, and chance for change for those students that wanted to get involved in social change, whether it be on campus, in the community, nationally, or even internationally. We kicked off each of these paths with a workshop. This included a panel discussion and breakout rooms. It included a panelist working with 1 to 2 teams, one-on-one with their ideas. Then we wrapped up the workshop with some customer discovery and pitching lessons. After these workshops, the students had a week to turn in their 3-minute pitch. All 19 teams, many who were talking about their idea for the very first time, did an amazing job. They were scored on their problem, solution, identifying their customer, and their overall idea. We then held a finalist event where all 19 teams received feedback from their panel of judges. At that event, we also named Josh Harper, founder of Greenway Student Opportunities, as the J. Chris Murphy Award recipient. We also named 10 finalists, and these were the top 5 scores from each category. These finalists then had 10 days to update their pitch, and we even gave them an extra minute. To wind up the competition, the judges took a final look and decided on 3 teams from each category. Each of these teams were awarded $1,500 and a spot in the 49er Foundry Summer Mentorship Program. This is a virtual summer program to create MVPs, conduct more customer discoveries, and even in some cases, generating revenue. I do want to take a quick moment to really thank our judges and mentors. These panels of experts really donated a lot of time to give one-on-one feedback, support, and just general overall ideas to our students. So thank you so much for all those that participated. And a great thing about these panels is everybody had UNC Charlotte and Venture Prize ties. So we're really thankful to all of you. So thank you again. And now let's look at the 6 teams that were awarded the top prize. These 6 teams, you're getting ready to hear their 4-minute pitches that they submitted. And don't forget, at the end of today's program, you'll be able to talk one-on-one with them in our Q&A rooms. We're now going to get it started with DePaul Shaw with Groceries for Restaurants.
Hi guys. So basically for the 49er Impact pitch, I'm doing groceries for restaurants. So the current system is that small-scale restaurants without their own suppliers physically have to go out to get groceries. This is usually on a weekly basis, and it takes around 5 to 6 man-hours per week. And this is also by visiting different grocery stores. So the issues and drawbacks with this, the valuable time is lost for the owners, and they lose around 5 to 6 hours a week, which causes a huge decrease in efficiency. And the current system forces them to go out to multiple grocery stores if they want better pricing on certain products. This leads to repetitive decision-making, and which causes them to lose a lot of time and resources. Right now, there is no available platform out there that caters towards grocery delivering specifically towards small-scale restaurants. So this platform would be designed in a way to optimize, automate, and cater to their needs specifically. And according to market research, majority of the small-scale restaurants have their own vendors, just 70%. All their products are procured from one single vendor. They're unable to get cheaper prices on certain products that may be available from different vendors. So the shopping process is not modular at all. Competitors such as Instacart, they're not geared towards restaurant. There's no bulk pricing, and they're not very business-to-business oriented. They're more business to consumer. So this makes it very difficult to compare prices of different vendors on certain products, especially in real time. So this goes back to lack of overall flexibility. So the pricing that is on there does not reflect dynamic nature of supply and demand on a weekly basis for your prices. So an implementation for that would be you create an application for ordering weekly groceries, and you would get personalized order system, and it stores all your orders for future reference. It shows you real-time availability of your delivery time slot. So you have the ability to choose the date, time, and everything. And you get recommendations from your previous orders to your future ones. So this gives you the same products, but it saves you time and money for the best prices. So to show that, there is an outline of of a website. So here you would basically start your order. You would fill out the name, email, phone, address, and you would select a delivery date. After that, you go through different products, you select them, and you wouldn't let see the vendors because it compares all the pricing to give you the cheapest one. And you confirm your order with the amount of quantity and everything, make sure everything is correct, and you select your delivery time. So with that, the advantages that go to this are that it saves you time and it's very efficient. It saves a lot of time, which is very efficient for the owners. It's more digitalized, more modular, more localized, better prices for the same exact products, and it increases productivity, which goes to better workflow process. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Josh Harper. I'm a junior finance student at UNC Charlotte and the founder of Greenway Student Opportunities. Before I tell you about my organization, I'd first like to tell you about a major problem affecting all college students today, including myself, something I like to call the experience paradox. The experience paradox is basically the contradictory situation in which a student needs experience to get a job, but also needs a job in order to gain experience. As you can see here, 61% of jobs classified as entry-level require at least 3 years of work-related experience. But how does a student gain that experience if the job needed to obtain it also requires experience? Well, the current solutions in the market, such as Hire a Niner or Parker Dewey, lack in terms of project-specific work, professional development, and work collaboration on the student end, and cost effectiveness and overall efficiency on the business end. So what's a better solution to this problem facing our generation? The answer is Greenway Student Opportunities. For the past 2.5 years, Greenway has worked with a multitude of pilot clients within the community on a variety of different projects, giving more than 50 students the knowledge, skills, and opportunities needed to excel in their given career field. Greenway is a platform to help empower students to gain relevant experience by giving them access to micro-internships and project-specific work in a collaborative environment, while also providing valuable deliverables to businesses within their community. For example, a student would apply for a specific project such as customer acquisition through our platform. They would then be assigned a team and work on the project over a specified amount of time. At the end of the project timeline, they would present their final deliverable to the client. Greenway would then receive payment from the client upon project completion. Greenway has already worked with a multitude of students on several different projects, ranging from customer acquisition for ESPN Charlotte to quantifying the impact of a specific social disparity for a company called Informative Technologies. As seen here by our client and student testimonials, we have already received a tremendous amount of positive feedback, which further emphasizes the value that Greenway provides. Our clients are recognizing our unique value, and our students are recognizing our unique opportunities. Greenway is mutually beneficial to both our users, made up of students, and our clients, made up of businesses. Along with the collaborative environment and networking opportunities, the main benefit for students is going to be that work-related experience that is crucial for obtaining that career-level job. The main benefit for our businesses, on the other hand, besides overall risk mitigation and talent recruitment, is going to be that cost effectiveness. This is because of our knowledgeable project teams providing more value than a single worker, and because of our project leads saving the client costs in terms of project management. As you can see here, our total addressable market, serviceable available market, and serviceable obtainable market are all split between our users and clients, which effectively doubles Greenway's potential for manageable growth in the future. Once Greenway is able to obtain a base level of funding and complete our logistics planning process, we will begin constructing our online platform to help better optimize our project selection process. Over the next 2 to 3 years, we aim to obtain a substantial amount of both users and clients in the UNCC area before expanding to a second university to continue our mission of providing solutions to this experience paradox. Overall, Greenway is an evolutionary solution to an issue that college students are all too familiar with. Through our passionate leadership and purpose-driven values, we are helping to drive positive change within our community. Opportunity is knocking. Will you answer?
Hi, my name is John Gully, and I'm here to present Resume Plus for the UNC Charlotte Venture Prize Pitch Competition. A quick background for both of us founders. My name is John Gully. I'm a senior at UNC Charlotte. I have previous startup experience working with the Y Combinator company Adla, which focuses on e-commerce clothing sales for university students.
Hi, my name is Joey Kermis. I'm a graduate of Clemson University. I have a background working in capital markets at PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Our goal with Resume Plus is to change the way that resumes are created and analyzed. By creating a software that allows applicants to better demonstrate each aspect of their career, we hope to update the current resume framework to one that will include much greater depth, as well as incorporate the use of multimedia and data. Biggest issue with the resume today is that it does not offer the full picture. A single page of information is not adequate enough to tell if a candidate is fit for the job or not. Because of this, employers have to spend a good amount of time and money searching through these resumes or hiring expensive recruiters to do it for them. Because the resume does not display the initial compatibility factor, several follow-up interviews are required, which also take up a lot of time. What we're seeing with the current system is a disconnect on both ends of the equation. Candidates are limited in the amount of information they can use to set themselves apart, and recruiters are limited in the amount of information they can use to make an educated decision. As business practices evolved, the resume has remained largely static and is slowly becoming outdated. Our solution is to develop a software that preserves some essential components of the resume format, such as the front page, while removing the limitations that prevent users from exercising full freedom of creativity, by allowing them to do such things as create subpages that complement and expand upon major resume lines. Here are a couple of cool functionalities that Resume Plus would give people. If you're a rock climber, lines on a resume wouldn't properly display your talent, but if you linked those lines to a video showing your climbing ability, it certainly would. If you work in sales and wanted to set yourself aside from other salespeople, you can post spreadsheets of the sales you've completed. If you're a programmer and you wanted to show what makes your applications work and how you code, you can post your source code. In terms of market potential for Resume Plus, we definitely say that opportunities are there. In 2021, the recruiting and hiring industry was worth a massive $136 billion, and this was a recovery year coming off COVID-19. Recruiting is quickly becoming less in person due to the international nature of business and the realities of COVID-19. We no longer sit down in front of the people as much as we did. What we need now is an alternative that displays this information online in a way that's easy to read and transcribe. We're designing Resume Plus to fit that need.
The best potential towards profit is with partnerships and contracts with businesses as opposed to charging users. Resume Plus will be offered as freeware to the average user with premium packages for extra features. But our main focus will be providing a paid service that saves businesses time and money on recruiting by giving them more power to recruit directly. We will begin by targeting young professionals in the Charlotte region. We will also target companies in the Charlotte region, specifically small to medium-sized tech companies, whom we feel will be early adopters.
We first started developing the idea at the beginning of the year. With support and consulting from our friends at their own companies, we felt confident enough to begin the project in earnest. By March, we had the wonderful opportunity to join Ventureprize and also take part in the 49er Impact Challenge. We also selected Bubble as the application that we would use to develop our minimum viable product. Going forward, we are focusing heavily on the development of this MVP, which we will be getting online by late April. Once the site is up, we hope to take applications from our friends and fellow UNC Charlotte students to be able to build resumes with Plus functionality and then host them on our site. Thank you for the time and consideration. I've attached my email below if you'd like to reach out to me. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my pitch for my plastic pollution solution. So this began about 5 years ago when I was out on a run and I ended up rolling my ankle on a piece of plastic that someone had thrown onto the street. And this was a bit of an eye-opener for me. You know, it really showed me that if nothing is done and nobody tries to fix it, it's just going to keep getting worse. And I know I won't be the only one that is walking all over their plastic. It's actually a huge problem here in Charlotte. And that's because many of the items that we want to recycle, they're not actually recyclable by the city of Charlotte. So that means is if you put any of these items into your recycling bin, all that happens is it's later sorted out and then sent directly to a landfill. And this is a huge waste of both money and material. And that's because if you were to create an item out of recycled plastic, it's going to be 30% cheaper than if you had to produce it with a brand new virgin plastic. And that money saving comes from the manufacturing process. So if you were to create that product out of recycled plastic, it's going to require 2/3 of the amount of energy that it would rather take to make it out of a virgin plastic. And knowing this, it's sad to see that many companies they don't choose this alternative. And as a result, plastic around us is growing exponentially. And each year there's more and more plastic in our communities. And this is a problem that I really want to tackle. And to do that, I want to create a two-sided recycling platform that essentially takes the plastic that is generated in our community to create products that could be useful for our community. And right now, there's a huge interest in sustainability throughout Charlotte. It is from various student organizations and community members who they're all saying the same thing. You know, they want to recycle, but they don't know how, or they don't have a way to do it. And I'm really looking to bridge this gap. You know, I want to become a outlet for recycling here in this community. And I want to do that by partnering with various community collection points and the UNC Charlotte Recycling Center to collect the plastic, and then later partner with UNCC Art and Architecture and the Charlotte Garden Club, and as well as the Hope Fives Creative Housing to create useful items that could be beneficial to our community. And just to show you exactly how effective we can be, this is 1.5 pounds of plastic that I collected from campus that was going to end up in a landfill because these are food containers, which Charlotte does not recycle. And after obtaining this plastic, I shredded the plastic and then later melted it into a block, just to show you not only can we condense the amount of plastic that we use, but we can also make it useful. And as you can see here, you can get extremely creative with the colors, and you can have a lot of fun making some really artistic and beautiful products. And just to show you some examples, these are some products that I have made in the past. And it's just to show you that this material, it doesn't have to be a waste. You know, we can create environmentally friendly products if we just have a way to do it. And, you know, the big question is, how much would that cost? And what could I possibly save? So currently UNC Charlotte spends upwards of $17,000 a year just to move their plastic from campus onto a recycling plant. And if I was to divert just one haul of plastic a month for an entire year, I could save Charlotte up to $1,700 in just moving their plastic. And then in addition to that, I could create products that could be sold to also increase revenue. And there's actually a growing market. In 2016, the projected market was $50 billion by 2022. And by 2019, we had already met and exceeded that goal. And as the market grows, I want to continue to also grow my platform. And I want to do that by solving the affordable housing crisis here in Charlotte by creating building materials that are cheaper, they last longer, and allow for houses to be built in less than a day. So that's my pitch. Thank you for listening and have a good day.
Hey fellow Niners,
I'm Allison File.
I'm Alok Bandekar, and we are Soul Cooking.
There are countless incredible organizations working on assistance for the homeless.
Have you ever wondered what would provide the most help?
If you find yourself answering yes, then we are in the same place as you.
Serving as a clinician at a low-cost clinic in Charlotte, I've seen many homeless individuals come in due to poor respiratory health and a lack of resources and services.
As an engineering student concentrating around sustainable energy, I've witnessed the harmful environmental impacts associated with open source fires and burning plastics in the local homeless population.
We decided to combine our years of experience to help find a solution to improve the health and lives of Tent City and other homeless populations around the broader Charlotte area. And Soul Cooking was born.
Soul Cooking strives to improve respiratory health outcomes and reduce the carbon footprint of homeless populations through the production of solar cookers.
This not only solves the respiratory health issues faced by homeless populations, but also solves the problem other organizations have in empowering the homeless to help themselves, expanding options for a more balanced diet.
Thousands of individuals around the Charlotte community lack access to consistent cooking sources, oftentimes relying on burning plastic and rubber, which can lead to higher rates of respiratory illness and death. This also releases a large amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, contributing to many of our current air quality and climate issues. COVID-19 has only exacerbated these issues, increasing the vulnerabilities associated with respiratory health and causing more than 13,000 families to be evicted from their homes in 2020 alone.
Soul Cooking is needed now more than ever, and here's why. Number 1, it can improve health outcomes by reducing smoke and soot inhalations through the utilization of cleaner energy cooking methods.
Number 2, studies have shown that increased independence in health can directly lead to reinvestment into the community. This in turn can help promote reintroduction of homeless populations back into the economy.
Number 3, it can reduce the environmental impact and carbon emissions. With climate change increasing every day, it has become imperative to develop new and lasting ways to utilize energy in a more clean and sustainable manner.
And how does Soul Cooking do this, you might ask?
Through the AgCorp's Venture Prize program, we have completed 30+ customer discovery interviews in order to more fully understand the problem and potential viable solutions. Through this experience, we were able to identify the solar cooking industry as a potential option, understanding that current solutions are either inefficient and affordable or costly and ineffective, leading to very little social impact. Our solution aims to combine the best of these models through the development of cost-effective, efficient, and versatile solar cookers. Our design utilizes 3D printing technology with a multi-layered interior component, as well as recycled materials in order to trap heat and further insulate the food at a lower cost. And this is what it looks like.
Furthermore, our industry research showed that many of these solar relief organizations, while doing incredible work, are focused internationally, leaving local populations within the US without the help they need. Our most recent milestones include receiving a $5,000 grant through the National Science Foundation to continue further research and prototype development, being selected as finalists for the United Nations Millennium Fellowship, being accepted into the EPIC Innovators Program, and receiving mentorship from energy industry leaders.
Our initial target markets are the humanitarian relief and homeless organizations in Charlotte. Over 39 nonprofit organizations within the Charlotte metropolitan area are currently working with these populations in order to provide needed food as well as sanitation and clean water sources. However, many still continue to struggle to find ways to empower these individuals themselves in terms of cooking and access to balanced nutrition.
Therefore, we aim to fill this gap by supplying these organizations with technology that can provide them an avenue for clean cooking, in turn allowing them the capability to provide a larger variety of food and nutrition for homeless individuals. We are exploring piloting in the Charlotte metropolitan area in communities such as Tent City and 12th and College Street, partnering with local nonprofit organizations such as Roof Above and the Second Harvest Food Bank to provide the needed solar cookers to be distributed to these individuals.
In the United States, there is a $7 billion market for technologies and services sold to homeless organizations. Looking nationwide, we are looking to expand to other metropolitan areas within the United States, such as Los Angeles, California, Seattle, Washington, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Soul cooking. Empower, develop, cultivate.
Imagine your favorite nonprofits. Imagine the immense impact that they have. Now, imagine a world without them. According to NANO, 30 to over 50% of nonprofits will fail or stall within a few years of starting. Why? Well, nonprofits primarily close or stagnate due to a lack of necessary infrastructure development, investment in things like marketing, technology, data. For 60% of nonprofits, infrastructure spending is an immense financial challenge, and they simply cannot hire employees or expensive consultants to focus on these crucial areas. My company, Volunteer, addresses this problem by providing a multifaceted platform that allows highly skilled college students to complete infrastructural projects for nonprofits, contributing to building lasting and stable organizations. Projects can range from 30-minute calls to devise social media strategy with marketing majors to multi-month website building projects with IT majors. Here's how we work. First, nonprofits register on the platform and are vetted by our team. Students register using their college emails and create a profile. Nonprofits then use our custom AI system to easily create project postings. Then they select ideal candidates, whom they can also interview before selection. After nonprofits and students are matched, they utilize our platform to manage projects, seamlessly collaborating in one place. Thus, Volunteer functions both as a system of skilled volunteer recruitment and volunteer and project management, decreasing the overall burdens on nonprofit employees and college students. Industry and Volunteer's research indicates that college students, especially upperclassmen, possess the requisite skills to address numerous nonprofit infrastructural needs and want to gain relevant professional experiences. College students are also the Gen Z generation, 77% of whom are extremely interested in community impact. With Volunteer, they can simultaneously make a difference, network, and conveniently build professional experience. We have two customer segments primarily, universities and small to mid-sized nonprofits. We currently operate on a freemium model with nonprofits and universities having access to basic services for free and upgrading for more enhanced functions. We also make money through advertisements. Our initial target market are small to mid-sized universities on the East Coast, as well as small to mid-sized nonprofits on the East Coast. We have also established connections in Fiji and Pakistan with nonprofits that we can later tap into. Our serviceable obtainable market is currently $10 million, and our total addressable market are universities and nonprofits worldwide, and we value this at over $1 trillion. Our competitors are for-profit organization Catch a Fire and nonprofit organizations like Volunteer Match. Catch a Fire only focuses on established professionals as volunteers and does not have a digital platform similar to ours, and also charges nonprofits much more than we do. Volunteer Match does not specifically focus on skill-based volunteering and college students, and also does not have a platform with our advanced features and analytics. With an average skill-based volunteer hour worth $150, we are a unique solution, providing nonprofits with the crucial, affordable support that they need and that they deserve. My name is Samra, and I'm currently a sophomore Levine Scholar at UNCC. I started Volunteer last June. Since then, we have completed the Ventureprize Accelerator program at UNCC, won a $5,000 research grant, conducted 30-plus industry and customer interviews, and have been featured in Charlotte Eno. Speaking with students, universities, nonprofit leaders validated the need for Volunteer and helped us design our platform and business model. We are confident in its success. I lead a growing team of 3, and we're currently working on developing a beta version of this platform to test at UNCC and USC and with our 6 nonprofit partners. All my life, I've volunteered and interned at nonprofits and have firsthand observed these challenges, especially since I started my own organization last year. Help Volunteer elevate millions of nonprofits and improve billions of lives worldwide.